Good afternoon, and welcome to my APA citation demonstration. This quick and easy guide will show you how, step by step, to create reference page and in-text citation. For my upcoming compare and contrast essay, I will be writing a paper that compares cats to dogs. I will be consulting a book called Everyone Should Love Cats by James P. Tyler, written in 2012, published by Penguin Press in New York. That's the information you see here at the top. This is the basic APA format for books. So, I need to transform this information into this format. But before we begin, I want to point out two things. Number one, the citation is double-spaced, as should be your entire essay. The next thing I want to point out or highlight is the hanging indentation. Notice only the first line of a reference page citation rests against the left margin. The second line, and the third and fourth and so on, are all spaced 5 spaces in from the left margin. Again, only the first line rests against the left margin. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is note the author's last name, in this case, Tyler. This is followed by a comma, followed by the first initial period and middle initial period. The year of publication follows in parentheses, and again, a period. I want to highlight something here. Notice that only the first word of the title and the first word in the subtitle, if a subtitle is included, are capitalized. Let's do this now. And the title is followed by a period. Next comes the location, colon, and the publisher's name. Period. This represents our reference page citation in APA format. Let's look at the in-text citation. The in-text citation appears in parentheses. Begins with the author's last name, followed by a comma, the date of publication, and then the closing parentheses. But how do we insert this into a paragraph, into the essay? Let's look at that now. Here we look at a body paragraph from my upcoming compare and contrast essay. Specifically, this paragraph compares the appearances for both cats and dogs, how they compare. So, portions of this paragraph have been borrowed from outside sources, so we need to indicate that to the reader. Specifically, this portion has been borrowed. So, we must communicate that using an in-text citation. I want to point something out very important. I am not using a quotation from a source. Instead, I have restated information from that source using my own words or language. You must give credit any time that you're borrowing even an idea. Both with quotation and paraphrased information, you must include an in-text citation. The in-text citation will appear at the end of the area where the borrowed information appears. Again, it was Tyler, the year of publication, and then notice that the period appears outside of the in-text citation. And now a reader will understand that this portion has been borrowed from an outside source. Now, let's say that I consulted a second source, that this information was also borrowed, but from a second source, an article written by Kathleen Morris in 2011. So to indicate that, Morris, 2011, and closing parentheses. Now a reader will understand that two sources were consulted when the author originally wrote this paragraph. Of course, I would need to create a reference page citation for this second source as well, but I've already demonstrated that process. So this concludes my demonstration. If you have any questions about this process, of course, I'm happy to tutor you or answer your calls via email or phone. So I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to reading your essays. Have a great week, and thank you.